So we got a few on Parramatta. We got Mitchell Moses, Craig Davey, and Gutho because he's got a business time haircut. He shaved their head off. And then we've got Nick Meaney on the other side, just to double-ender it. Oh!
That's exactly right. I mean, Gutho's got a serious business time haircut, and I like that this time of year, Tom.
Yep.
Obviously, we're a bee's dick away from August, which is starting to really get serious. It's the run home to finals, etc. And I'm not gonna walk past a business time haircut in the street. I'm just not going to.
Now I'm just gonna interrupt this to quickly ask, what time are we coming in for SEN? 8:05 on the dot. Beautiful.
I tell you what, Tom.
Send us a link for this Tobler as well.
In terms of what would the term be? Sort of like union action, strike type action.
Yep.
You know, like just not hopping in the train and basically stopping train services. He's a lot more effective, say, than just covering up the NRL badge.
I hear you. And you know what?
You know what I mean?
No, look, I get you. I actually want to hold off on that conversation until we are joined by our SEN listeners. A quick clock check, though, for all of you tuning in. The cricket here has just gone 37 minutes and 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 37, 50, watching on KO.
Obs. I'll tell you what, Tom. I'm going to miss the Ashes when it's gone.
Mate, I'm going to miss the Ashes. It's been like the best thing to wake up to, see how we're doing, consume every piece of content under the sun that has been produced overnight. Shout out to the great cricketer. Shout out to Test Match Special. It's going to be tough. Highlights. You know,
Low lights.
Look, if we win, when we win, if we win, that'll make it a little easier to deal with.
I can't tell you how much I want to win 3-1 and just shut them up.
Yep.
3-1 that's pants down thrashing sort of stuff.
It is.
Pants down thrashing sort of stuff.
1 minute, or are we coming in at 8:05 on the dot? Beauty. Great.
There you go. Bit of an insight, punters and dribblers into the wonderful world of going live on radio.
Yep, that's it. Punters and dribblers, if you do want to call us throughout the evening as well, 1300 01 1170, the number to call. Also text 0457 736 736.
Call in.
Call in.
I wouldn't mind a yarn with a dribbler.
Or
a punter.
No, or a punter. I was going to introduce Dave, but I won't yet. I'll just wait until we're...
Text 0457 736 736. You're listening to Hello Sports NRL Watch Party, live on SEN.
Good evening, punters and dribblers. Welcome to the Hello Sport Watch Party, live, large and in charge on the SEN airwaves. We've got Parramatta taking on the Melbourne Storm. Clint Guthson's shaved his head. It's a business time haircut, and there's just no two ways about it. The guy looks ready to play rugby league football. Joined as always, I am Tom. Joined as always by my contemporary.
Sidekick.
Edward Simpson.
Pleasure to be here, mate. Absolute pleasure to be here to watch a bit of footy with you, mate. We've got the cricket on in the background, punters and dribblers, audience. It would be remiss of us not to. It would be a national disgrace if it wasn't on.
Yes.
And I just need to let everyone know that. I also wouldn't mind Clint Gutherson with his new business time haircut to cross the chalk here, Tom.
Yes, you and I are very... Yeah, we're 5 minutes in here, punters and dribblers, and we've got Parramatta attacking the Melbourne line. It is 0-0. Eddie and I have responsibly had a little look at a couple of first try scorers, you know, Parramatta with the start. There's a couple of things knocking around here. Grubber kick. Andrew Davey is one of the first try scorers we've had a look at, which is probably our boldest of the evening. Is that fair to say, Edward?
Well, yeah, I'd say
$34
yeah, I'd say it's our boldest. But we've got, look, not a long history with Andrew Davey, also formerly known as Craig Davey.
Yep.
But he used to ply his trade at one Manly Seagulls.
Gutho. Oh, who's that? Sean Russell. Oh my
that's
goodness.
a nice try from Sean Russell if
that
he's put it down.
Looked spectacular. That didn't look like he should have been able to get there.
I'm slightly annoyed
Well,
if he's put this down, but that's okay. It was impressive stuff.
For Sean, I want it to be a try for Sean. For you and I, Eddie, I'd much prefer a foot on the line. Let's have a look here.
Oh, that's impressive.
Mate.
That's go-go gadget arm stuff right there from the big fella.
And he's falling.
Oh, he's good. Oh, the kid can play. Oh, he can play rugby league.
That's beautiful.
It's as simple as that. Shawnee Russ.
It's funny. I was look at what he's doing there. Ball one-handed, reaching out as he's getting tackled. Millie Boyle, friend of the show.
Dear friend of
the show. She does a podcast called, I want to get it right, so just find it. Up the front, with Keely Davis. Anyway, they were talking about women's the balls the women use.
Yeah, just up front.
Up front, the balls the women use, I think they're the same size, and they were saying like you can't just hold them in one hand. Like it makes it makes it significantly more difficult.
Yep.
And it just sort of made me think when you're seeing something like that with Sean Russell, you're like, they can't hold most of the women can't hold the ball in one hand, if any of them, and like
because their hands
are small, right?
Yep.
But so like you're missing out on seeing some lunging dives for corner try. Like those sorts of tries are sick.
They are sick. I wonder if the balls they play with in sort of like reserve, the lower grades or your clubland footy are smaller, or if it's just an NRLW. You think Dave, our producer, may be able to inform us of that?
Yes, you may hear Dave's voice intermittently, D or Dave, throughout the evening.
But that's a great part of rugby league football.
Yes, it is.
The razzle dazzle stuff on the edges,
yes.
on the phrase, Tom, of the field. That's what I live for.
Yeah.
And it gets better and better every year. Like,
I know.
I mean, if Sean Russell scores that try 20 years ago, it's
the greatest try of all time.
It's on the front page of the paper.
And the back page.
And the back page. And the middle pages.
Yeah.
And I dare say it'd be the opening story on the nightly news.
And it'd probably trend globally. You'd see that in the Washington Post.
100%.
You know, New York Times.
Yeah. Fox Sports in America. It would have made what was the Channel 10
Plays
Sports
of the week.
Tonight?
Sports Tonight, Plays of the Week? Or was it Plays of the Day?
Play of the Day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sports Tonight, one of the great shows.
Certainly was.
It does seem like from age 13 onwards, they're using a size 5 ball.
Is that full size? Is a size 5 full size?
So, yeah.
Seems a bit unnecessary, doesn't it? Anyway, congratulations to Sean Russell and Parramatta and Clint Gutherson's business time haircut. Also, do have to mention, because we do talk a little bit of gambling on this stream, what could you really be gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Congratulations, mate. Incredible stuff.
Thank you.
Incredible stuff. We were saying, Tom, earlier, before we joined our friends at SEN, that I can appreciate the players are looking to ramp things up in their negotiations with the NRL. This is the Players Association. And in so doing, they have covered up the NRL logo on their jerseys.
Yes.
Like, in terms of an escalation,
does
this move the needle?
No, not for me personally, Eddie. And if you want to talk moving needles, you and I were discussing this, I believe, with friend of the show, Trennan Kemp. Just cover up, like, I think a good move would be making all the hot players play with paper bags on their head so you can't see them.
Yeah, like if I wasn't allowed to look at Reece Walsh every week, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
That would move the needle.
You can't
literally
see Nico Hines storm in the clear, Xavier Coates kick. Oh, ball rolling all over the giant.
Jesus.
There. But, like, you see Nico Hines with a paper bag on his head.
Yeah, you're pissed off.
You're upset. I'll tell you what's not moving, my needle.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You'd be moving the needle by
not moving
it.
Yeah.
Right? That gets the needle moving. And denying the punter and the dribbler, fans generally, the opportunity to run an eye over the sexiest players in the league.
Yeah.
That's action. That's change.
That is.
Right?
That's exactly. That's going to force their hand of the NRL.
Listen. If I'm PVL and I start seeing the hottest players in the league literally paper bagged up, I'm on the blower to Clint Newton,
Not Trent Newton. Trent's his brother.
Apologies, Clint. I'm on the blower going, we concede.
Yeah, maybe they should start wearing baggy jumpers as well, so you don't get to see tight,
Pecs, pectorals, etc. Well, that'd be a bit of a throwback to yesteryear, Tom, which I'm not against.
No, we've got the phone lines open tonight, punters and dribblers. Love to hear from you. Questions, queries, conspiracy theories, whatever. Aliens exist now, apparently, if you've been paying attention. But the number to call, 1300 01 1170, or you can text in 0457 736 736.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been on a bit of a UFO sort of wormhole today, punters and dribblers. Oh, that's good hands from the business time haircut man, Clint Gutherson. I've been down a wormhole today. I'm not going to tell a porky pie. I'm not going to tell a lie, punters and dribblers. I've been deep down the UFO wormhole today. I'm starting to believe. Apparently, we've got non-human biologics. Apparently, we've got recovered craft. I mean,
that's all. As if you believe what's going on in the US in the congressional hearing. Now, we are watching rugby league. We are talking rugby league. But if you were to come here this evening and expect us not to have a little chat about the fact that aliens exist, you're off your head. Oh,
that's good hands.
That's good stuff.
Go
inside the Gutho.
Oh, poor vision.
Who was that? Simonson. We were talking about this on About Even, number one betting show on planet Earth, that
he doesn't pass the ball.
He doesn't pass.
I think he passes the ball 15% of the time when he gets it.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Bryce,
give it.
Oh,
what was that?
Oh!
Has Sean done it again? He doesn't think so.
It.
He's bounced it. Has Bryce duffed this one? Johnny Bairstow is looking thicker than a Snickers.
He's thick.
And that's coming from someone myself who's, I've let myself go.
Might be why he's got ankle injuries.
Here we go, Sean. Big jump.
Oh, that's a good push. That's a better push from Nick
Oh,
Meaney's.
he's dropped it. I feel like Brycey C there, Mr. Cartwright, was in the clear a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, he's out anyway. I don't know why he's overlooked Will Penasini there as well.
Well, that would have actually been really nice. Again, if I can talk about the bets I've got on, I've also got a same gamer, Gutho, Penasini, and the Eels to win. I think the Eels can, they are looking good here.
It's early time.
It's early
I don't
doors.
want you to put the knocker on us,
No,
mate.
but I'm just saying I back the Eels. I think they can win this one. And as a team, I hate the Eels.
Oh, we despise the Eels, and that's public knowledge. That's in the public domain.
Yeah.
Worth repeating.
Yes, it is. It's always worth repeating.
But, I'm eyeballing the cattle here, Tom. I'm eyeballing the stock. I'm eyeballing the performance. And signs are good. Early signs are good, which is good for you and it's good for
yes.
me. Ooh. Oh, that's good.
Good tackle from Clint.
Clint looks good with the shaved head, I think.
Only Clint currently playing in the NRL, I would say.
Oh, that's a great tackle.
Russell having the game of his life, jams in on Tonamapea. One of the rare occasions you see a winger successfully jamming in rugby league.
You got to celebrate that.
You do have to celebrate that.
Also worth noting that I believe...
Oh, Harry Grant, what a weapon.
Oh,
what a
God,
weapon.
He's good.
Harry Grant's a weapon.
He's very good. Usman Khawaja, if not now, then will be in the next couple of runs the highest. He's got the most runs in this series, Tom.
He's a couple of runs off, is he? Who's got it currently?
Is that Crawley, I think?
That was a big 100 from Zuck. Harry Grant from dummy half. He split defenders. Caught the Eels napping there. But just also showed tremendous strength.
He's a beast.
Harry Grant. The term footballer gets thrown around very, lackadaisically these days.
Oh, it's a bit loose for mine.
But Harry Grant's a footballer.
Oh, he's a footballer.
The kid's a footballer.
Oh,
He's got football in him.
Listen, if you were knocking up an illustrated dictionary, Tom, which I don't see enough of,
No, you definitely don't.
then that's the illustration
Yeah.
next to football.
Yeah, footballer, Harry Grant.
Harry Grant. It's him.
He's a footballer.
With a bit of clarity.
And then when you see it like in sentences, he's a footballer, this kid. This kid's a footballer.
Yeah.
He's got football in him.
Yeah.
Can I use that in a sentence, please? Yeah, this kid's a footballer.
Yeah. He's a footballer, this kid. Yeah. I mean, he's got rugby league oozing out of his pores. His face is rugby league. His eyebrows are rugby league.
Yeah, they are. His haircut.
He's got rugby league eyebrows. He just does.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon he'd have a great handshake. Can I say that?
Oh, no, it'd be solid as a rock. But
and
it'd also be like...
stare into your soul, but in a good way.
He looks like he'd have farmer hands. You know when you shake a farmer's hand, you're like, those hands are as tough as nails.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they're like calloused and tough and just like...
Oh, and gritty, yeah.
Podcaster hands, not the same as farmer hands.
Well, as a soft and supple, we've been over this many times.
Yeah.
I reckon that Harry Grant wouldn't blink an eyelid at a 12-hour day. On the shovel.
No, not at all, mate.
In 40-degree heat.
No,
he wouldn't
eat
blink.
it up. He'd eat
it up. I don't reckon he'd have smoko all lunch.
He'd keep going. He's the sort of guy who'd get blisters and wouldn't tell you about it. You know what I mean? Like, if I get blisters, you're going to know. If if we're walking somewhere or if I've got some new shoes and I've got blisters, you best believe you are going to know about it and hear about it frequently.
Yeah.
Harry wouldn't tell you.
He's the sort of bloke that'd leave a bindi in.
Yeah. No, he'd be like, whatever.
You know
I can't be bothered to get in and get it. There's probably more bindies here. Like, I'm just going to keep bending down to get bindies out.
Because he realises that he's in bindi territory, Tom.
Yeah.
And when there's one bindi, there's generally more than one.
One brings two, as they say. In
That's
the
what
bindi
they
game.
say. And he's the sort of operator that will wear 5 or 6 bindies before getting them out.
Yeah.
He won't go one at a time.
Well, you know when you find yourself caught, like, stranded on a grass patch where you realise, okay...
I'm in trouble here.
I'm in trouble here. There's bindies. And, I mean, I've always subscribed to just shuffle your way out of there.
Oh, you shuffle?
You jam your feet in really hard and you basically kill the bindies.
Is that what you do?
That's what I do.
I try to eyeball the turf and look for options.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have the ability in me to eyeball bindies in the grass, so I just shuffle my way out of there. But
you're more of a heavy set guy.
No, but it's and I appreciate.
So I'm light on my feet.
Oh no, that's true. But it's more about the power generated from one's foot.
Right. So you're strong, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I think I'd back you to be able to do the shuffle out of bindies. All I'm saying is I don't think Harry would do that. I think he'd just walk through them like a fire walker does. But he's a bindi walker.
He'd be, 40 degrees, middle of summer, hot Australian day. He's on the black bitumen without thongs.
Oh, yeah.
Eating it up.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world. He also, Tom, doesn't mind a bit of a shred. And now that you and I are professional surfers, I wouldn't mind going out. Try and
get him on a wave.
Yeah,
with us.
Trying to hit a couple of lips.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Get in the green room with Harry.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Anyway, guys, that was a 5-minute bit on Harry Grant.
He deserved 10 minutes.
No,
he cut that short.
Yeah, we did. We did cut it short.
Cameron Munster's a footballer too.
Kid, he's got football in him.
Just talking footballers.
Yeah. Storm here. This is looking like a good game. I'd like Parramatta to sort of sharpen up though.
It'd be nice. Well, just,
Hughes looks injured.
I wouldn't mind him aiming up defensively, Tom.
They're rolling down the field pretty easily. 6 again's coming out of there. You-know-whats.
Christian Welch, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Shout out, Christian. He'd be listening right now.
Oh, he would. He doesn't miss anything. Doesn't miss any content. Oh, this is looking rather dangerous.
Yeah. Storm on the attack here, 5 metres out. Friend of the show, Christian Welsh, with the ball and probably an AirPod in his ear listening to the stream.
Give us a wave, Christian.
Send it left, Munster. Oh, and Sean Russell.
Sean's having the game of his life.
He's already got blood coming out of his knee. He's got a try to his name. Sean Russell.
Good on you, mate.
2 first names as well. Oh, thought that was an intercept. Our producer Dave, also a Storm fan, though he's never been to Victoria. And if you hear a loose swear word here or there, it could be Dave.
I'll be good. I'm on my best behaviour.
Well done, mate.
As long as the Storm were winning.
Yes. It's Dave's
Have you always gone for the Storm, or do you chop and change quite regularly?
I don't chop and change regularly. I've gone for the Storm since about 05.
Who'd you go for before then?
Well, I was more of a rugby union guy growing up.
Okay.
So Storm was my first proper foray into NRL.
Dave was a ball boy for the Storm, but not in Victoria, obviously, having never been there.
How do you feel, Tom, about... I believe it was in our world-famous Facebook group, Punters and Dribblers. It may have been somewhere else. I'm never quite sure. About the Storm celebrating, it's like an anniversary coming up, I believe.
Yeah, so it's 25 years this year, and they're doing a big old boy celebration tonight, including like some type of ceremony for all the premierships that we won.
Yes.
Including 2007 and 2009.
Yes.
Listen, if I was a cheat, which I'm not, but
if you were a cheat,
I was a cheat,
Yep.
I'd be celebrating my cheats.
Right. So it's, it'd be like being a thief and reflecting on great win.
Listen, they still won the game. So they are going to, knock on. That was a bit sloppy.
Listen, I've got no problem with them getting together and celebrating the grand final win. So we won the grand final on this day, but the premiership is a little bit much for me.
Look, I get it, but it's not like they can't. Like it's one of those things where it's like we could celebrate a premiership. We could celebrate the 2007 premiership as Manly fans, right? Like we could. What's stopping us doing it?
Nothing.
Well,
we have as much right as they do.
We'd have more right.
We have actually more right.
Yeah,
technically.
But they just won it on the day.
The emotion's not there. It doesn't feel the same. I've got great memories of that night.
That's the thing. You
guys
can't delete the memories. You could have a crack, but I don't think it's possible.
It really grinds my gears though, because then Manly would have gone back to back, and it wouldn't have been, because we've been waiting so long for a team to go back to back. Obviously, Penrith's done it now.
Roosters have done it.
Roosters did it as well, and it should have been Manly 07-08. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
But then, if we didn't lose that grand final, would we have gone out and beat the Cheats 40-0?
That's also a great point.
Like is that a memory worth cherishing, Tom? It probably is.
Yep. Storm on top here, but not by a great deal. But like the Eels seem tired.
Well, in fact, it's almost as if the moment we started saying we liked what we saw, it's gone the other way.
Yeah, would that shock you? On the attack here, Munster puts a kick up. Coates takes it, gives it back. Young Tonamapay grubbers in. No, offside. It's not 6 again, is it? Mm-hmm. It is 6 again.
Lot of football here for the Storm.
Who's that with the ball there?
That's Josh King.
Josh King.
Big JK. The big fella.
JK rolling.
Oh, that's a knock on. That's a knock on from Nick Meaney. Got it all wrong.
Rugby league knock on.
Oh, that's plain as day.
Sorry, Nick.
Sorry, mate. Pack it up.
That knock on was very Nick Meaney Bulldogs.
I was about to say, you stole the words right out of my mouth. He's overrun it. He's overshot it.
That wasn't Storm Nick Meaney.
Storm Nick Meaney's a different beast.
Yeah, it is. Different Nick Meaney.
Different Nick Meaney. He'd be embarrassed by the old Nick Meaney. He wouldn't talk to that Nick Meaney at a party.
He might give that Nick Meaney some advice.
Yeah.
That'd
go to the Storm earlier.
Yeah, go to the Storm. Find a way to the Storm.
Get down there ASAP.
We trail by 210 in the cricket. Khawaja 33, Labuschagne 3.
He's faced over 1,000 seeds in this series, Khawaja. It's a lot of
It's a lot of taking.
It's a lot
shine.
of seed.
It's a lot of nut to remove shine from.
It's a heap of nut.
Yeah, it is. 1310 1300 011170, the number to call if you do want to. Text 0457 736 736. Also, as it pertains to gambling, I might just,
get a couple out of the way.
Get one more. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential advice and support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Great read, mate. Congratulations.
No, I didn't even read it. I get Gutho looks like is he shaved that today?
I think that's fresh, mate. I think that's a game day shave.
Game day shave. It's not just a shave. He's bald.
No, he's
bald.
No, well, and I'm not ruling out some sort of polish.
He's shaved it. He's balded it.
It
and now he's
appears
polished it
polished
up.
to me.
Yeah. There's something on there. Maybe it's an oil, a balm, something shiny though.
Oh, that's impressive.
That is impressive. The Storm managed to get it out of their in goal and back into the field of play.
How do you think you'd look with a
bald head?
Well, yeah, and
like a shaved bald head,
and shined it up like a buff.
I'd look shiny. I don't know. I think I could go. I think I'd be all right with a bald head. Like there are some people you see and you go, well, your head. That's an unfortunate. It's unfortunate because your head's shaped weirdly.
Yes,
but.
Oh, certainly some. So you think you've got a nice head?
Listen, am I sitting here rating my head on national radio, rating the spherical, nature of my head? Yeah, I am. No, I think it'd be okay. I shave my head relatively regularly over the last couple of years. It's only a couple of mils more.
But bald's a different beast.
Oh, we got someone on the phone. Braden from Rockhampton wants to talk aliens. Don't swear, Braden. How are you?
Copy that, boys. Good. How are you?
Very well.
mate.
What sort of alien chat you got for us?
Well, Edward, I myself have gone down a bit of an alien rabbit hole the last few days with the confirmation that they may, in fact, walk among us.
Yep.
One such video I stumbled across was Tom DeLonge of Blink-182 frontman fame. Now,
sorry, Braden, just 1 second. Harry Grant of Absolute Football of Fame has just gone over again. Goodness gracious me, he's a footballer, this kid. Storm definitely on top. Braden, back to you. Tom DeLonge, Blink-182, aliens exist.
Yes. Now, he was essentially claiming that he, on his own accord, figured out that they were, in fact, not from outer space, but from another dimension. And that due to him figuring this out, he was led in on various secret backdoor meetings discussing all things extraterrestrial. And I was just wondering if you lads had any theories in regards to where these aliens may, in fact, come from.
So Tom DeLonge came up with this theory himself and then was allowed into secret meetings.
I would like to get into some secret meetings. Like, I'm like, do you just have to really start putting yourself out there to get into those meetings? Like, what do I have to do? Do I have to make up theories?
Because I can make up a theory.
I've made up plenty in my time. Listen, if I don't mind the other dimension vibe, but the other dimension much harder for me to truly work, visualize in my mind, whereas space is just up there. I'm like, they're just out there.
Yes, it's far easier to talk 3D instead of 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D.
Correct, Edward. Correct.
Listen, I can tell you what I'll be doing when I hop into bed tonight, though, mate. I'll be looking up Tom DeLonge videos.
He was on the Joe Rogan Experience and was like talking about it. Now it was like he's not the best spokesperson for it because he's a rocker in a band, and he doesn't necessarily articulate himself as well as some others, and so it comes across a little bit like okay, mate. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Braden, any aliens up Rockhampton way you seen?
Negative, boys, but if Gutho vast up that head, are you telling me there's a gap that their man couldn't slide through?
Thank you, Braden.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. If any punter and dribbler, I'm just throwing it out there. If you've seen aliens, if you've got footage,
or if you've had an alien experience, where
if you've been probed, call in.
Yes. And tell us, like...
If you've been abducted and probed by aliens, I'd love to know about it.
I got some friends that would like to be probed.
So, well, we share a friend. 12-4, Melbourne lead the Parramatta Eels. Good for some, not good for others.
Pappenhausen, I saw some video of him. He's on screen now. He's apparently back soon, isn't he?
Yeah, they're saying between like 2 weeks and a month, maybe return probably through Queensland Cup or New South Wales Cup.
I think that seems like the right thing to do.
Yep.
You know?
But
he's been out for a year?
Over
longer?
a year, yeah.
Good Lord.
That's a long time, and probably a good time for me to insert myself. I have had that injury that he had, and it retired me. Now, obviously, I'm not a professional footballer, but broken kneecap is no fun.
How long did it take you to walk?
I could walk pretty quick, but I was on crutches. Like,
I'm just trying to when could you run?
Oh, it was a fair while. And I did nothing correct though. That's also my rehab was probably a little less rigorous than.
I would have thought so, Tom. I'm not shocked by that.
It's still numb.
I'm not shocked that you cut corners.
I don't have feeling in it.
I'm not shocked you cut corners. It'll be good to see him back. It will be good to see him back. I have enjoyed watching Nick Meaney.
Oh, that's gone straight out. That's a bad pass. Parramatta not looking on right now. Mitchell Moses is furious. I don't know whether it's at himself or whether it's at someone else.
Let's have a look. Who's this intended for?
Is it for Bryce?
It's just not a good pass.
It was no one knew what anyone was doing. The left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. That was a shit show, that one.
No good.
Shout out to Sydney Nightlife. Completely off topic, but Eddie and I were enjoying a couple of beverages last night for a friend's birthday.
Just a couple.
Nothing crazy. But when the establishment we're at closed, and we're like, all right, we'll go somewhere else. It's a little bit later. Absolutely nothing. I forget. Because when you go to Brisbane or Melbourne, as Hughes makes a break, runaway try.
This is going to get biblical, I think.
Jerome Hughes. Oh, that was a cool celebration. He just did a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat celebration there. I think it was Street Fighter, a Duken. Storm humping.
Storm humping en route, Tom. You and I. Listen, I'm not going to go off early because I need to believe in something. I don't want to shut up shop now.
No, you don't shut up shop now.
I'm not shutting up shop. I need to believe in something. But the Storm are looking mighty fine. And all their throbbers are on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Harry Grant's having a rugby league field day, as they say. Jerome Hughes, look at that. It's too easy.
Gutho missing the tackle.
It's too easy. Too easy.
And that was off of that. Like, that was their set after the Mitch Moses.
Correct, Tom. And that's bush league. That was middle of the field, second, third tackle sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
No. Bush league.
Not at this level.
What's under the tape on their chest?
No idea.
No idea. What is that? Is it just this?
No idea what's under there, mate.
It's funny. They've all got it.
It's crazy. What are you doing? Oh, my God.
You're such a...
Dave has just taken his jumper off, and he has also taped up the logo.
He's wearing a Storm jersey and his logo's taped.
I'm part of the team. The rest of the team are doing it as well. So
yeah,
I don't know what else you'd expect.
I'm not surprised that a young communist is on board with this sort of union behaviour.
No, good for you, Dave.
Yeah, good on
for
you,
mate.
Yeah.
I want you to be proud of your voice and, be the change you want to see in the world, mate. I think that's great.
That's it. I've always been told I got a bit of Gandhi in me, so
Yeah.
there we go.
You've always been told you've got a bit of Gandhi in you.
Oh, yeah.
Make of that what you will, punters and dribblers. Still no wickets lost. I am touching wood. I'm not putting the knocker on there, punters and dribblers.
Not Mark Wood.
No.
We could win this test today.
If we go big, if we go large, if we go biblical, if we dig deep, we win the Ashes 3-1.
We're still batting at the end of the day. Thanks for coming.
I can't tell you how excited I'll be if that were to eventuate. Yeah. And just to hear those smug Poms try to explain their way out of losing 3-1.
Yeah.
Because they've tried basically every trick in the book to justify why they're losing, why they were unable to win the Ashes. Obviously, we've retained them, punters and dribblers. Pathetic, the English. No offence, but pathetic. Got to respect the Storm wearing a collar, Tom. I know. You and we've mused in the past about, the transition from cotton into bogan silk, aka polyester blend. I understand that it hugs the body a bit tighter. You could argue that you'd evade tacklers. I don't know what sort of percentage.
I thought it was something to do with like heat.
Sure, but if you're playing in winter, surely you can play in the cotton.
Huge point.
But I like that they've still got the collar.
But I don't know that that's every week. I think they're wearing a retro.
Yeah, this is our heritage jersey.
Yeah, it's a heritage jersey.
Is it? Okay.
Because Manly,
Is it
part
not?
of the league had one a couple of weeks ago, and they were wearing their heritage jersey. They'll do it for those. But again, if you're doing it for them, why can't you just do it all the time? I don't understand. Like, are they saying we're prepared to get our collars pulled for one game a year when we do our heritage jersey? Like, it seems kind of silly. Who's the 3 for the Storm again? Is that Marion Seve?
Yeah, that's Seve.
Did go about him?
He's quick.
Yeah, he's clearly kind of trying to copy Justin Olam. He runs just like him, but not as powerful because he's not Olam.
Well, Olam's a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Not many like Olam.
Oh.
Big Xavier.
Storm are playing fast footy. Really fast rugby league football here.
They're playing fast, thinking slow, Tom.
Playing fast, thinking slow, looking long, playing short.
That's the rugby league you want to play. Exciting
9
stuff.
minutes to go in the first half. I tell you who Clint Gutherson looks like. Walter White from Breaking Bad. For those of you that don't know who that is.
Yep. I see a hell of a lot of resemblance there, Tom. Not just because he's bald. Similar faces. The baldness doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, well, the baldness
obviously.
is getting into its work now, but I think he's rocking a goatee right now.
Is he?
I'm trying to have a look here. I feel like there's some goatee action.
You ever rocked a goatee?
Yeah, I have.
You have your facial hair has a natural inclination towards the goatee.
That's just the way it grows.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, which is probably why it started out. That's when I had a goatee. It was like that was when I was a teen or like early 20s, and it was like, well, this is all I can grow, so I'm going to grow it. And thank God the rest of the beard came in because
I don't want this to come across as sounding stupid, and it may, but I don't care. In what way is the goatee related to goats?
I think they have goats have like a bit of a chin hair thing going on.
Goats have goatees. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Oh!
Come on. Yes!
Hopgood goes over.
Jermaine Hopgood.
Crashes
Kid
over.
can play.
J''Main.
Listen, punters and dribblers, if you have a kid on the way, if you have a son or daughter, it doesn't matter, and you want them to play rugby league at the highest level, put an apostrophe in there somewhere.
Yeah, you've got to think. You got to think like you got to play the long game, and you've got to call them something that pops.
100%. Tom and I have always thought that the name Quesadilla, K-A-Y apostrophe
S apostrophe D-I-A.
If you were to name your son or daughter, probably a daughter, but maybe a son. Quesadilla, they're playing rugby league football at the highest level. They just are.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling out state honours. I'm not ruling out a Kangaroos jersey.
No, I think they go all the way. Quesadilla goes all the way.
All the way.
But just don't rule out an apostrophe.
And don't rule out two of them.
No, look, the more apostrophes, the better. But again, when you're thinking about great names, Blake Brayley, Phoenix Crossland, Bradman Best, Cooper Cronk.
Yep.
Like, come on.
Come on. Is Cooper Cronk the player he was without that name? No.
No, and that's no disrespect to Cooper. I think he'd be the first to admit it.
I'm sure he has admitted it, Tom. I'm sure he has admitted it. If you don't think that names influence outcomes, then try again.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely do.
Well, that's what we needed. We needed a bit of action here from the old Parramatta Eels. That was kind of against the run of play. They haven't looked like doing anything. I wonder if that's like if you're the Eels, you're like the two times we've had a chance to attack the Storm, we've gone over.
They haven't had a whole lot of footy, at least to my short-term memory, Tom. I don't think they've had a whole lot of footy. There's been a couple of mistakes. You clean things up. You clean it up, Tom. If you're at half time, you tell them to clean it up. Boys.
Clean it up, boys. Clean it up.
Eels haven't been too bad. The possession is 53-47. Both teams are completing at 81 and 82%. Eels have made one more error. Line breaks are 5-4 to the Storm. It's mostly just been the discipline in defence that have cost the Eels, like 6 agains.
Great bit of, you know what, Dave? We're going to need you to be doing that more often on tonight, but just generally.
Yes, just like I want, even just in life, right? Even if it's a Monday afternoon and there's
Just
some
come
stats, just come in. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not against you just coming in with stuff.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
right?
always.
Like, did you hear about this? Or this is happening? Or it's 33 and sunny outside at the moment. Like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, weather stats work.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
like even
traffic conditions and stuff.
Yeah, traffic conditions.
Mate, I wouldn't mind a text in the morning when I wake up.
Just like things to have, like, think about. Food for thought.
This happened overnight. Maybe some reminders. This is what's happening in the weather. Bring a brolly. Bring a jacket. Bring a jumper.
Yeah, bring a jumper. Pack your wellies.
Like it's cool in the morning, but it's warming up in the afternoon. So pack accordingly.
Can I also could I chuck in maybe like a horoscope or some daily affirmations?
Absolutely.
100.
No, positive.
I wouldn't mind. Can you read out my horoscope? Actually,
Yeah, not like a really long one. We need the short
like a short, sharp one.
What are you?
Aquarius, mate. Water bearer. Don't know what that
and then
means.
I'm a Gemini.
But water's good.
Which I think is like split personality, which doesn't sound good.
Is that what it means?
Great. I don't know entirely, but I think it's like 2 people.
You remember those cards? What are they called? Tarot cards. Found them the other day.
Oh, I thought they were in here.
No, they were in one of the
back
cars. I feel like we should
probably do it. Get Willie Burns back. Get my brother back on. We'll do another one. That'd actually be funny. We should do that.
All right, Aquarius horoscope today, July the 28th.
Tune in, Aquarius. Says, hold on, Gutho's made a catch and a break. What?
Oh,
no,
that's ridiculous.
What was wrong with? Look, he's Walter White. He's got the goatee as well.
Great call, ref.
Someone knock up the meme comparing
Ashley Klein with
Walter White and Gutho, please.
and Ashley Klein.
And Ashley Klein. Well, captain's challenge here. I don't even know what's being challenged.
I think it was an escort on a runner for kick chaser.
Not a bad way to plug Bundaberg as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
He ran off his line. Yeah.
That's both teams' challenges gone. Aquarius horoscope.
Yes.
So, this isn't a day to focus on fun and games, Aquarius. In fact, you may feel an annoying weightiness about your emotions, making you feel less energetic than usual. There's a sober tone asking you to look at reality and make some serious decisions about your future goals and plans. You may feel like the timer is about to buzz. The minute hand is ticking, and there are many more adventures to be had.
Wow. It started well. It certainly wasn't a day for big decisions, I can promise you that. But it started pretty well.
What do you mean? That?
Yeah.
I think that was...
Yeah, except for the big decision stuff.
Well, maybe not. Maybe you do need to start making some big decisions. Listen, dude, maybe that's just, the day's not over yet.
No, the day isn't over yet.
Okay, Gemini, what do we got, Dave?
Gemini. It may be hard for you to feel connected to anyone today, Gemini.
Yep.
You're probably better off keeping to yourself.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah. If you're feeling sad or depressed, it's best to work through these feelings on your own. Other people aren't apt to be too sympathetic to your situation. You're better off sticking to your work to keep the demons out of your head.
There you go. Jeez, I mean, that's a bit dark. I definitely wasn't depressed and I didn't have demons. I was responsibly hungover and I came to work, though. Also,
that's a certain form of demon.
Being hungover?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right, it is. But I went by myself. I don't want to make it about me again, even though read my horoscope. I did run 10Ks today. And the storm over again. Katoa. To interrupt my story about my 10 kilometres.
As well as that, on the Gemini horoscope, it's got today's matches. Your love match for today is Aquarius.
That's really cute.
That's cute. Give me some of that, buddy. I don't know anything about horoscopes in terms of like that. It's the matches and all that.
I don't know. I'm just reading what it says here. You're 2 out of 5 stars for sex today. Sorry to say,
mate. I couldn't.
2 out of 5.
I don't think anyone my wife specifically.
It probably wasn't on the table.
It wasn't on the cards.
No.
It wasn't on the cards. I'd say it was on the cards, a big breakfast. Paired by a big sushi lunch.
Yeah, that would have been 5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. Have they got that? Have they got chances of having 3 large meals across the day?
And 5 bordering on 6 slices of pizza.
Yeah, well, that was my third meal.
It's got 2 stars for hustle, which I feel like kind of
Well, it's probably a star generous, really. Actually, you did run, though.
No, I did. I ran 10Ks, did I tell you?
No.
Charles from the Northern Beaches, God's Country, on the phone. Shout out Manly 13 plus. Charles, what do you want to say? No swearing, please.
No dramas. G'day, boys.
G'day, mate.
Right.
You're well. Actually, a Cronulla fan from the Northern Beaches.
Oh, sucked in.
Blue when I was a kid.
Yeah, we beat you.
Sucked in.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, eh? Anyway, boys, I got a question for you.
Yep.
Well, statement. I know you boys are slaves to the corporate dollar, and I'm looking at you, Eddie.
Big time. Love it.
Now, me, myself, I am a slave to the punter and dribbler.
Yep.
Now, the old black P's and D's hat that I currently have is drifting off to the sunset. It is on its way out due to Made in China fame. So I wanted to ask you boys, what does it take for a slave to the dribblers, i.e. myself, to acquire one of them?
A black P's and D's hat?
Yes, mate.
So for those of people that who aren't aware, we sell merch. Am I wearing one right now? No,
you're
not. But
I know they're a rarity. That's why.
Oh no, they're rare as hen's teeth. The black punters and dribblers hat's probably the most popular. It's the rose cord one, which we're currently selling at the moment. We do one hat every year. The black P's and D's is probably like from 2 or 3 years ago. Not just rare as hen's teeth though, Charles. There are no more in circulation that are like we don't have any.
Well, we don't. We've got like
3
left.
So you'd have to do something.
It would have to be. It would have to be a sickening sort of
in a positive
commitment to the cause.
I tell you what, and listen, this might not seem like something you're into doing, but I have to at least give you the opportunity to say yes or no to this offer for a black P's and D's hat.
Sure.
Eddie and I are in the market for a limousine. We want to buy one. Now, there's one that I saw the other day for about 13 grand. Were you to buy us a limousine? Has to be operational. We don't have to do any work to it. Ideally with like maybe a TV inside.
Yeah, like not all the mod cons, but some mod cons. It needs a bar. It needs a bar.
It needs a bar. I actually prefer if it's got like non-mod cons.
But it needs a bar.
But like it's old. I want it to be dated.
I want it to be leather,
yeah.
and a bar. 100%. Like there needs to be a place for Fanta and
Fanta and Sunkiss and Passiona and Verve and Mudcake.
Then more than anything, there needs to be a place for Verve and Mudcake. If you were to find a limousine for us that was then transferred into our names, you could get a black P's and D's hat, as we have about 3 remaining.
Yeah.
I would also point out, I didn't love the jab about the Chinese manufacturing.
No.
First things first, everything's made in China. Let's start there. Even the ritzy,
Eddie,
stuff.
Mate.
It's also like that hat's like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah, it's an old hat.
I can say that.
It's a 3 or 4 year old hat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wear a hat every day for 4 years, it's going to be on the way out.
It's they don't hold their form for that. If the hat was still that good, then you should be paying 13 grand for it.
So we got a deal, mate.
What I would counter to that is that quite clearly you guys are materialistic people. I'm more of a memories man.
Right.
So how about I counter offer and get a Hello Sport tattooed on me?
Well, it's already been done. It's already been done.
Look, like I'm all for permanently scarring your body with our logo. Like I love it. There's a few people that have done it, and I'd support you in that journey. But it's a tough one. We have people have tatted themselves up already.
What about like our face on each cheek, maybe?
Now, if you put our face on each of your cheeks, then we've got an absolute deal.
We've got a deal, 100%.
Yeah, no, we've got a deal. Or you
I
get.
didn't expect the faces to be.
Well, listen.
Well,
we are,
no, but the
we're
logo's
working
been
out.
done. The logo's been done.
This is a deal we're making here,
Yeah.
right? Like we said,
Welcome
limousine.
welcome to the negotiation table, bro. Like, sit down and
Oh no,
Strap in.
strap in,
halfway
sharpen
around
your
for
pencil.
Halftime 24-10 Storm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So footy's
listen-
taking a back seat for them.
Yeah, well, we are at the deal table, negotiation table.
Do you have any?
Charles.
Is there any other offers? Definitely not a car dealership on my end here.
No, that's
in
okay.
terms of
Look, I understand
getting some
that
nice Hummers.
a limousine is going to be maybe a tough
There's
acquisition.
there's a couple in Dubbo going for a reasonable price.
No, there are limos out there, but what we're saying is you could also get a tattoo of my face on one of your ass cheeks and Eddie on the other one, and maybe we're looking at each other.
I think so, lovingly.
Yeah, winking at each other.
Yeah, I think, mate.
How
well,
detailed are we talking
Well,
about?
it needs. You
And
need to
who
know
can
it's
draft
me.
the
You
job?
need to know it's
you
me.
need to know it's Eddie. You need to know it's me, and like we need to. We can provide you with the pictures.
Sure. Send them through. Who's designing them, Tobler?
Well, we're probably just going to take a photo.
Listen,
of ourselves.
I'm happy for you to design it however you see fit, but we need to be recognisable, and they need to be of a certain scale.
And I need to look hot as well. I'd ideally like to
us
look
at
hot.
our best.
Yeah,
Us at our best.
I'd need to look good. Listen, I don't. If you're willing to get our faces on your ass, then you
got yourself a deal.
You got yourself a deal. Kids got a deal.
Yeah, and these black punters and dribblers, again, I think 3 left. We got in a habit, Tom and I, when we were out on the town, as it were, of just handing them out to people. And that's not happening anymore. That's how rare they are.
Yeah.
So this is basically your only option.
Basically, the only option. No other bet.
No,
But this is basically the only way you can get one.
Basically,
There's 2 ways: a limo or us on your ass.
So that's why basically, because it's like tattoo on your ass of our faces, or limo.
Or the limo.
Yep.
Got you. All right, Dave. Whoever, let's get in contact.
All right, beautiful. Email turbo@hellosport.com.au and we'll tee this one up. We may even come along. You're on the beaches. Wouldn't mind spying your ass at some point. We're going to take a quick ad break. Charles, it was great to talk to you, mate. Go Manly. And, email Tobler and we'll work it all out. We're going to have a quick ad break here on SCN. We are staying live on the Hello Sport YouTube channel. We'll be back after this break. Sweet. We are in half time here, punters and dribblers. The Titanic quiz will be coming up in just a moment. Edward feverishly working out what he will be coming up with, or he's telling Dave the question. He's whispering. I like the idea of that dude getting a tat on his ass though. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a tattoo on.
I wonder how the recovery for that would go, though. You wouldn't be able to sit down comfortably for maybe a couple days at least, I'd say.
Yeah, I wonder. Like they do hurt, but they don't hurt that much afterwards. But you wouldn't want to smudge it. I wouldn't want him to be sitting down and then, my face is now smudged on a guy's ass. Like that's not nice.
Or it becomes somehow like imprinted onto his toilet seat.
Well, maybe we go closer to the hole so that when he sits down on the seat, like
kind of like interior.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind my mouth being his bum hole.
Yeah, okay. So you've kind of got the jawline and beard around there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere around that. If people can bleach their assholes, then.
Dude, someone's definitely got something. Can you see if you can find a tattoo of someone tattooing their bum hole?
Sure.
I was saying it'd be nice if, like, my mouth was the guy's asshole. Dan's already called through for Titanic trivia. How the hell can you be doing that?
Here we go.
Dan?
From Miami Times News in 2017, we've got Remembering the Butthole Tattoo Girl 5 years later.
What an article.
True
Remembering
journalism.
the Butthole Tattoo Girl.
What an article.
It has been done.
Like it, Tom.
Like it.
Good to be back with the punter and the dribbler.
Yes, Eddie's back.
I just had to relieve myself.
I will now do the same. Eddie's going to take over. How long have we got left in this ad break, Brooksy? I can't hear you.
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Edward, you just hold the fort down here. Talk to the punter and the dribbler, will you?
Yeah. Punters and dribblers, how are you? It's Eddie here, your fearless leader, your hero. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. There's nowhere else I'd rather be on a Friday night than with you.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere else. I mean, there's literally nowhere else I'd rather be. Like if someone said, oi, I'll fly to Europe first class or like on a private jet and I'll put you up in the nicest hotels and you've got like $100,000 to spend on like a super yacht or something, I'd be like, no. I want to be with the punter and the dribbler. That's how much you all mean to me. I just want you to know that. And sometimes I don't feel like I say it enough to the punter and the dribbler, how much I love you all. And that's on me. And I need to be better. I need to be a better man, better person, better human being. I need to be more vulnerable. I need to be more emotionally available, I think. And I need to be more forthright with how I feel. And so that's why I'm coming to you on Friday, the 28th of July at 8:57 p.m. on the east coast of Australia to just let you know that I love all of you deeply. Not intimately, because most of you I don't know, but I do love you deeply. I certainly love you deeply. I don't know if I'd want to spend time with you one-on-one, right? Like, I don't love you in that way, but I collectively, I love you. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
That's really rude, Eddie. How long till we're back? All right, beautiful.
Tom, there's nothing rude about me telling the punter and dribbler that I love them.
No, that's true. There's nothing rude about that. You said you don't want to spend time with them.
I said I probably don't want to spend time with them. That's what I said. Yeah. Probably. Because some of them maybe I wouldn't, and some maybe I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yo. Sorry, punters and dribblers, some few things going on behind the scenes here. Now, what are we giving away? We are going to be giving away a rosé cord cup. Hold on. All righty. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, punters and dribblers. Hello, Sport. Watch party here. Tom and Eddie, producer Dio Dave. We are watching the Storm v. the Eels, 24-10 halftime to the Storm. We are now going to get to our halftime Titanic trivia. This is a tradition if you're just new to what we do here. Edward Simpson, to my right, obsessed with Titanic trivia. Well, he's obsessed with the Titanic. And for some reason, we found ourselves doing Titanic trivia now every single stream at halftime. The winner, you're going to have to call in if you get to
well,
answer
you
this
can
one
write in as well today, I think, just because I was thinking about this. This one's Googleable. So if they're first in line on the blower, they can just Google it, right? Is that terribly fair?
Right. No, I get you.
You know, like sometimes I want to reward the purist.
Okay, sure. Well, the number to call 1300 01 1170.
If the phone rings in time, then we'll answer it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not ruling out the phone.
No. Good. Okay. Good. Thank God. Edward, take it away with your Titanic trivia. But you're going to get a rosé cord punters and dribblers hat.
Is that all they're getting?
Do we have anything else in our box of goodies?
How about this? If their size is in line with some stock we have laying around, maybe we'll throw in a jumper. Because we've got some jumpers.
Yes, we do. We've got to kill the stream. We've got to stay in your crease, which I'm wearing. Okay.
Or a New South Wales 13 plus.
All right, we'll work it out. Let's go.
Now, punters and dribblers, Titanic trivia. Tonight, we will be focusing, punters and dribblers, on Rose DeWipyacator's mother, Ruth.
Okay.
Now, Ruth was an antagonist, Tom, as we know.
Yeah.
She was basically obsessed with maintaining the luxuries, the lifestyle to which she'd grown accustomed.
The facade.
She was living a lie, her and her daughter Rose, once her late husband had died and left them with nothing but a trail of debts hidden behind a good name. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all they had. That was the only card they had to play. That card was the eachother name, which obviously held gravitas in the social circles of the time, particularly in Philadelphia.
Okay. Okay.
Now, punters and dribblers. The question I have tonight is, when Rose is mulling over her decision, which man, Caledon, Jack, Caledon, Jack, Cal, Jack.
Leo, Billy Zane.
Exactly. Shout out to Billy Zane, by the way.
No, absolutely. He deserves it.
He does deserve it. She's mulling it over in her head, and she's actually sitting down having like afternoon tea with her mother Ruth and two other ladies, and she's listening to this incessant conversation about the disaster they're having with the bridesmaids' dresses. Okay, now Ruth is regaling a story to a lady there, and she says that it was an absolute disaster about picking the right colour, because Rose picked a colour that she detests. Tom, what was that colour? What was that colour? What colour did her mother detest, and that she did on purpose to spite her?
So dribbly.
She did on purpose to spite her.
All right, we've got Dan on the phone. Dan, what colour was it?
It was lavender.
Oh, he's good.
He's good.
Kid's good.
That was quick stick.
That was quick
this is
stick.
the second time win too.
What?
The first time I won off off YouTube, you said that I was savant, and you wanted to have a go with me again. So I've decided to come back for round two.
Well,
Do
there you go.
you love the movie?
No, it's actually my wife who loves it. She gives me all the answers.
Oh, so she's actually the winner.
Did she just give you lavender then?
Oh, of course you did. Yeah.
Oh,
but she's a Hollingsworth
there
as well.
you go.
said you wanted to have the Hollingsworth off Eddie, so we might as well go 1 for 1.
So
and I'm pretty sure that I was also top on YouTube then too.
Yeah, Daniel Hollingsworth was the first YouTube.
Oh, so
Okay, there you go.
Even before Eddie finished asking the question on YouTube, the answer was
Okay,
in.
that's okay.
that's
Well, now
good.
listen. Congratulations to you, Dan. But this guy sounds like he's, his wife is.
She sounds elite.
She's a Titanic sicko who Bryce Cartwright pulling his ass out on screen. We can't, we got to try and find a way to safeguard the punter and the dribbler from this from Dan's wife.
Oh, come on. I thought this would be worthy of a black.
Oh,
There's a lot of black rhetoric going on.
No. You're off your head.
No, right.
Mate,
all
thanks
good,
for
boys.
calling in, mate.
Love your work.
Brooksy will get your details back in the studio, and then we'll get you out the goodies.
Love it.
Shout out
Well
to your
done,
missus.
Cheers.
So, Tom, I don't know if you're familiar with the show Hard Quiz. Tom Gleeson hosts it. It's on ABC.
Is it Tom Gleeson? Is that his name? Is that the redhead guy?
Yeah, Tom Gleeson. Well, hard quiz, yeah.
And
Yes.
so basically people go in with expert subjects, right?
Yes.
And they have to answer their own sort of
Yeah,
subject
yeah.
questions, and they've got to answer other ones. Maybe we should try and get me on that show.
Okay, if I can just start asking you a couple of questions. How long is the Titanic?
How long? See, I need to brush up on
That's
this.
what I mean.
But I do the Titanic.
You know dribbly movie stuff.
But it would be funny anyway.
No,
but I do Titanic movie.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. Do a Titanic movie. Because if you were to do like Titanic.
Imagine if I won, which I wouldn't.
No, what do you win if you win? Like,
A mug.
You win a mug.
Yep.
A big
and glory. Don't tell me glory doesn't get you out of bed, mate.
Oh, glory gets me out of bed.
I know it does.
Got me out of bed today.
Exactly.
Brooksy, just the producer for Panel Up back in the studio, he's saying that Dan doesn't want the prize. He wants to give it to the next dribbler. But now I'm wondering whether whether he feels bad now. He doesn't want this prize.
Who got it next?
It was.
Nah, you want someone to win it, mate. Do we do another quiz?
Another quiz.
Well, like Dan doesn't want it, so he won it. But like I don't feel right just giving someone else. What do you think? Or do we just give it to someone else?
We can do it. I can do it again.
Well, not the exact same question, Eddie, because everyone knows the answer now.
Oh, obviously. I understand, Tom.
Oh, do you? Okay,
yeah,
good.
I do.
I was just checking. Because the answer's lavender. Like, I won the quiz. Second half was kicked off here. 39 minutes and 55 seconds. 54, 53, 52, 51, 39, 50.
Now, listen. You can have the prize if you want. He won it fair and square.
Yeah, I know, but he's gone, so I don't know if Brooksy got his details.
Yeah, but he'd be watching the live stream.
Oh, sorry, mate. It's not Brooksy. I thought it was. That was what's your name, producer? Sorry. Oh, Nathan. Apologies. Sorry.
Sorry, Brooksy.
Sorry that.
24-10.
Are you coming through on air? Oh, nice. Sweet.
Cool. We'll make an executive decision about where the prize will go. Dave, who got Lavender second? Was there anyone?
Yeah, it was Brody Boyd.
Oh, sorry. That's a
Brody
rugby league
Boyd.
name. Brody Boyd gets it.
Well done, Brody. Brody Boyd. Email turbo@hellosport.com.au.
Brody Boyd, if he's not playing rugby league yet now, he will be soon.
Well, I think he'd be playing now, Tom.
He might be playing tonight. Is he on the field?
He'll be in the NRL very shortly. Wouldn't mind an Eels try here, punters and dribblers. Obviously, I hate the Eels, well documented, but in the spirit of 6.5 point lines,
Yes.
you take what you can get.
What's happened here?
Eels dropped it.
He didn't look like he dropped it.
Well, there was a bobbling collision, Tom.
Bobbling collision. Marnus eyeing up his bat there, looking at the straightness of the bat.
Looking at the straightness of the bat, all right. Tom, I have listened, punters and dribblers. We all like cricket stats. I was sent one through today by a friend of the show, Max, and this is just a little bit of a rib at English great Jimmy Anderson. Of the 50 players to have taken 65-plus wickets in the men's Ashes, James Anderson has the 50th best bowling average. Just food for thought.
It's just something to think about. Because someone came out on Twitter yesterday and said, Stokes. I think I saw it on Twitter. Ben Stokes said he's the greatest fast bowler of all time. And I'm just like, I think you mean oldest. But, and that's not to impugn Jimmy's good work. He's a great fast bowler.
Yes.
One of the all-timers.
But
the greatest?
Just because you played for the longest doesn't mean...
Just because you played for ages. No. Like, if you played for as long as you had, I would hope you've taken a lot of wickets. Otherwise, why are you still playing? Whereas Glenn McGrath played less games, got more wickets, if that makes sense, per capita.
But like Shane Warne's the greatest spinner of all time. He's the greatest bowler of all time. He didn't take the most wickets.
No.
You know? Like, there's other metrics.
Yeah.
But obviously Ben Stokes is from the same camp of thought, or school of thought rather, that, 2-1 down is basically as good as a win.
No,
so
well,
you take his word with a pinch of salt. He's also a Kiwi, so he's got turncoat in him.
I think they're like the Bazball's sort of quite cultish, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's very cultish.
Like, they just say stuff. We aren't playing to win. Like, well,
right. So why turn up to the ground?
Yeah.
Why bother?
To have fun.
I'd really like to know why you're bothering. Labuschagne, 7 of 67 seeds. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Strike rate of about 10.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
Well, that's Test cricket, right? But now what you need to do is you need to get in and then you need to go. Like, if he's 7 of 67 and then he nicks off, I'm going to be sick to my tum-tum.
I saw something just before that said this series so far, England have bowled 156 overs more than Australia has. And it's been kind of a strategy of Australia to basically get their legs working in the bowling. And
yeah, right.
That's how you attack Bazball, is just, go the opposite.
Get them working.
Well, it's attrition versus swashbuckling, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm team attrition, obviously.
Team Trish.
Team Trish. Shout out to the Trishers listening. And if there isn't any of you, then that's a crying shame.
My grandma, God rest her soul,
she was a Trish?
Yeah, Patricia. We called her Patsy. We didn't call her Trish.
Of good Trish stock?
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal. Just for anyone listening wondering about what my grandma's name was, you now know. Eddie and I, we were saying before, Eddie more specifically, where we were bullish on Parramatta 6.5 points.
Yes.
They're currently 14 behind.
Yes.
So we need a couple of rugby league tries to be scored.
Well, there's work to be done.
There's work to be done. But it's also a good time to note, what are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. It's, to be honest, the Storm have looked significantly better, and I guess I'm not breaking any news by saying this, significantly better than the side that lost to the Newcastle Knights last week.
That's rugby league, though, isn't it? I mean, the NRL is one of the craziest competitions on the planet. If I was to compare it, Tom, to the EPL, for example, like very rarely do the big dogs lose to what you would class as the shitters.
The poo sides.
Like it'll happen from time to time, sure, but it doesn't happen very often. And when it does, you're shocked. In the rugby league, in the NRL specifically, there's 3 big upsets a week, every week.
Yes. Well, that's what the salary cap's designed to do, Edward.
Yeah, but I understand that. But the difference between, like the teams at the bottom and the teams at the top is massive.
Yes.
Right? Even with the salary cap, which is designed to prevent that. There's a massive difference between the sides. Like the Penrith Panthers, full strength, ripping and tearing, and the Tigers, they're not the same thing.
And that's no disrespect to the Tigers, but the Tigers are not a good side.
Well, you're coming last, so I don't. How else do you want me to say it?
Well, it's an objective fact that they are not good.
Do you know what I mean? But then those upsets happen. Not in finals footy, obviously, but they happen in the regular season all the time. As evidenced by the fact that the Knights, who I don't rate, no offence, dust the Storm last week, dust them well. Handsomely, as they say, Tom.
Storm. Oh, damn, that was a good play. That was really nice. Josh King goes over for the Storm under the sticks, crushing mine and Eddie's hopes of an Eels plus 6.5. 32 minutes to go. Jerome Hughes with a sexual inside ball.
It was sexual, wasn't it? I mean, passes can be sexual in nature.
Yeah, absolutely they can. Nice cutout ball there from Harry Grant. Little flick back inside.
That's just nice.
Hop good, not good enough. Being a bit lazy defensively on the inside, or he jammed in. Yeah.
Boys, to your point before that, the Storm guns are on tonight. So that try there was Harry Grant to Jerome Hughes to set up the try. That's Hughes' 3rd line break assist and try assist. He's also got 2 line breaks himself. He scored a try. The top 2 running meters in this match are both Hughes and Munster, over 110 meters each. And Harry Grant also 2 tries. So it's been all the big 3 there.
Good stats, mate.
Good stats from D or Dave.
You've come to play rugby league stats tonight, and I'm enjoying them. Stats just get me going. They really
There
do.
was some stats coming out about the. It was in regards to the cricket. I was listening to it on Test Match Special, where there was one. They've got there. So for those of you listening, there's a podcast called Test Match Special, BBC. It's out every morning after the day's play of the cricket. And
to those of you listening, say everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
To anyone listening.
Yeah.
To anyone who's listening right now.
To anyone who's
To anyone that can hear me. to you people. But they were talking about. Was it like?
Is this the nerdy guy that comes
the
with
nerdy
the
guy.
stats?
It's the nerdy guy that comes on the end with the stats, right? And that's what Dave is.
Yeah.
But he was talking about like forced shots or false shots, and it was like talking about the bowler's ability to draw to make the batsman play. So like how many times they make the batsman play over the course of their spell. And I just hadn't. To me, that felt like a new stat that I had never really dipped my sack into.
Well, the zenith.
If I can dip my sack into something on radio, I don't know if that's allowed.
Well, listen,
a sack has been dipped.
Yes. We'll go over that one more time. A sack has been dipped.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to statistics, punters and dribblers, the holy grail of sports from a statistics perspective is cricket.
Yes.
They love coming up with weird stats. and they often do. You know, this is the 7th time that a batter who's over the age of 31, batting at 5, using an old bat, has scored
on a
excess on a weekday, has scored in excess of 30 runs. 7th time in the history of the game. Like that, they're the sort of stats that get me out of bed, punters and dribblers. I'm not gonna hide away from that fact. Some may call it ridiculous. In fact, my wife would probably call it absurd.
Yes,
bordering on institutionalized madness. But I see it differently. Gets me going. And I think that stat that you just provided before, Tom, is a newie. It's a freshie.
I feel like it's a freshie.
Yeah.
And it's sort of what it reminded me of was when PCMs came into my life. And I was like, oh, shit, I didn't realize I needed PCMs.
And now I can't. I dine out on a healthy diet of PCMs.
I'm a PCM sicko.
Although one Brian To'o has such a ruthless grip on the PCM market that it's...
with the PCM title. Can you give us if there's any PCM stats for tonight, Dave? Feel free to pipe up with them.
Yeah, not huge. From what I can see here, the top PCM meter maker tonight is Marion Seve with 39. Another impressive contributor, Tepai Maroa, only been on the field 11 minutes, has already made 29 PCMs. For the Eels, Ryan Madison also 29. Jermaine Hopgood 25 and Junior Barlow 26. So not heaps high this game. No wingers getting into Brian To'o territory.
Okay.
I tell you, and this is to the statisticians listening, of which there's surely many. In the pursuit of making your, for looking for more work, I'd be adding another category. I'd be adding the PCMs per carry, Tom, the PCM PC.
Okay, yeah, average PCM.
Average PCM. I just think, if you've got 30 PCMs but you've had 400 carries, care, mate. You know what I mean? You go on you go on 10 centimetres of carry, I'm not interested.
Here they come, the Parramatta Eels. Simonson spinning out of a tackle and, as predicted, refusing to engage or pass the ball to his winger.
So food for thought, statisticians. Food for thought. Do you reckon there's good coin in being a statistician?
You know what? I feel like they'd be undervalued. Andy Zoltzman is his name. The nerd on the test match.
Zoltzman, that's right. Andy Zoltzman.
He said it was the first time in Test cricket history that for 15 straight deliveries there was at least one run. I'm assuming that's from England.
Well, that was yesterday. They were going at 5.5 and over, and they were all singles, really, which was a little demoralising. They also should have been out for about 200 if Carey doesn't grasp his opportunities.
That was from panel operator Nathan of Not Brooksy fame.
Oh,
here we go. Oh.
Not a bad butts.
Who was that? Wanga Blake. He was going for it there, and he just got bunted over the sideline.
Ubuntu?
No, that's the Queensland. Ubuntu. I am because we are.
Makes no sense. No offence, Billy. Makes no sense.
Listen, we don't all, but Billy fast becoming the greatest bush poet the country's ever seen.
Like, move over Banjo.
I know.
Because there's a new sheriff in town.
Billy Slater, Banjo Patterson. And then, I don't know, there's probably another one.
Like, if there isn't a coffee table book in the next 10 to 15 years of bush poetry by Bill next to photos of horses, I'm not here.
Yeah, bush poet Bill, and he's there feeding horses.
Riding them, feeding them, wrangling them.
Yeah.
Bucking them, tucking them. There's another one.
Yeah, there's a few more. There's a few more, but we can't. If you want to give us a buzz, punters, 1300 01 1170. Text us on 0457 736 736. Shout out to Bush Poet Bill. 30-10, Melbourne over Para. We are in the 26th minute here. 26, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 26, 10. Fifth tackle there from the Storm. Eels, not looking great.
Not looking great.
Let's be honest. Eels not looking great.
Not looking great. I just wanted to read out a comment here, Tom. this guy, it's verbatim, but he said he read a quote in Punters and Dribblers, our world-famous Facebook group, go and join if you're not a member, that if Sir Donald Bradman got a duck in his next 40 test matches, he'd have the same average as Dave Warner.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is unbelievable. Dave Warner averaging 25 this Ashes series, just if you were interested.
I think he averages 25 in English series, just generally.
So he's right on the money.
Yep.
30-10, not the score we wanted, not the score we needed, not the score you and I deserved, Tom.
And that's purely from a gambling perspective, punters and dribblers. We don't care about any of these teams. From like I mean, to be honest, hate the Eels. And as a Manly fan, we had a rivalry with the Storm.
I don't like the Storm because Dave's sitting over there.
No, exactly. But
I don't particularly like
But
Dave.
listen, we like the players, and we like to watch. Like I like watching these players play.
What you're trying to say is you enjoy a good game of rugby league as much as the next one.
Yeah.
Bloke.
But bloke,
Yeah.
Sheila.
She.
Yeah.
He.
Et al. But I do hate both of the clubs implicitly.
Yes.
And
what they stand for.
And everything about them. Storm cheats. Eels won't win a comp before the sun explodes.
The Eels losing would be good news for you as Manly fans because 23 points for Manly, Eels on 24. If you guys win this weekend, you'll leapfrog them.
Oh, good stuff, Dave. We like that. We will win this weekend. We'll win well against St George. Shout out to Daly Cherry Evans, 300th game, and Lachlan Croker, 100th game.
Friends of the show.
Yep.
Little breadcrumb bet there, punters and dribblers, if you're interested.
Daily into Croker. What are you really gambling with, though? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Well done. Well done. Impressive tonight with Melbourne. Very impressive.
But also, I mean, it's.
Oh, that was
Is that Brendan Hands? Again, a great rugby league name.
He just wound up then, the big fella, didn't he?
Oh, Mitch. Oh,
that's pretty clever. That's pretty clever.
Mate.
That was
Fifth
impressive.
Tackle from Mitch Moses. Grubbers to himself, regathers. This is like 25, 30 metres out. Grubbers to himself, regathers. Grubbers again into the in goal, forces a repeat set.
It's impressive.
Forces a drop out, sorry. That is...
It's impressive.
Listen. There's no other way. He's our New South Wales halfback now, Mitchell Moses, and he's playing like it.
That's that big charge up the field by the white-haired man. That was Joey Lussick in his debut game for Parramatta.
There's a Freddie Lussick as well.
There is a Freddie Lussick, yes.
And obviously there's Darcy of Battle of Brookvale instigator.
Are they all brothers?
I'm pretty
cousins?
sure Freddie and Joey are. I don't know about Darcy.
No, Darcy's definitely one of them. One of them's brother. Lussick, not a common last name.
No, it's not. I quite liked what I saw from Big Joey there winding up.
Here he is. Because Josh Hodgson's had to retire, which is sad. Oh. Damn, that zipped through. Sorry, I'm just watching the cricket here as well. Australia 1 for 91, trailing by 192.
Yes,
Very watchful, the boys. Oh, that's bad from Wonga Blake.
Darcy, Joey, and Freddie, all brothers, also all sons of former Seagulls player Jason Lussick.
That's right. That's it.
That's good breeding.
Yeah, that's good rugby league stock. Darcy, one of the biggest humans you've ever seen. Also of boxed gallon fame.
Huge man.
Did they call that a forward pass?
Oh, no.
What do you make of the 3 children all with a Y at the end of their name?
That's rugby
good
league,
rugby
mate.
league, yeah.
Darcy, Freddie, Joey. It's like Blake Brayley, Jaden Brayley, and then I think there's a third brother. I don't know what his name is. But Jaden and Blake, both with Y's in their first and last name, is just like, that's holy grail sort of stuff.
It is.
It is.
And look, listen, the old man, we said it, we talked about it at the start, punters and dribblers. Y's in your name, as many Y's as you can get, but you're looking for at least one Y if you want to play rugby league football at the highest level. The old man, Jason's recognised that, and he said, I'm going to Y these boys up.
Yeah.
I'm going to Y them up, buttercup.
Y them up good. Oh, Hughes again. Damn, dude.
He's having a
hold on to it.
He's having a day out, isn't he? Good
Jerome
Lord.
Hughes is having a day out. Oh,
he's got it on him.
Try time to the Storm. This is officially a humping, or it's a thumping.
Well,
it's a thumping. It's a thumping.
I think 40 points plus
40
is,
points plus
is
is where it
ticks
gets
over to
into
humping stage.
territory.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who are listening,
For those of you living under a rock,
metaphorical or otherwise, so it could be a literal rock. We're not trying to exclude anyone. Oh no, wicket. Labuschagne 9. That's
9
what I
off
said,
81.
dude. That's what I said. Joe
good,
Root must have
it was
taken
a good catch.
a
It was
worldie
a
here.
very nice catch. It was a very nice catch.
What's
he complaining
What's
about?
he complaining about if you edged it?
It was a big, thick edge. A big, thick
Jeez, Joe Root must have taken a screamer here.
Australian edge. No, it was a one-hander. It was a ripper. Bulls.
Oh, that was amazing.
It's a nice catch.
Johnny Bairstow did not move, and no one's shocked. That went between.
That was Johnny's catch.
Between keeper and first slip, Johnny
not interested.
Johnny just like, nah, not doing it. So Marnus goes for 8 off 400 balls, 9 off 400 balls.
Not good enough.
That was night watchman territory from Marnus.
Played like one.
And Marion Seve went over for the Storm to make it 34-10. Kick to come. 19 minutes remain. All happening here.
All happening. It's all happening. Tom, I don't want to, obviously I know that what I'm trying to say is that you and I hold incredible power, and I need you to be more wary of that, because I feel like the moment you point out to Marnus that it's all right for him to go not at a strike rate of 10, but he's got to go on with it, his cards were marked.
David. Sorry, what are you saying there? Oh, Marnus. Sorry, I got distracted. I was reading a message from a dribbler here that's come through. Marnus, that was tough.
But you marked his cards.
You're blaming me, are you?
Yes, I am.
You're blaming me. I don't think that's fair, but Smudge is at the crease, Eddie, so what I'm going to do is ignore that blatant attack on my character and maybe my ability to jinx an Australian cricketer, and sort of just try to keep it positive,
Keep it light.
Keep it light, keep it fluffy. Do I, when Marnus edged it, do you think that maybe a part of me was like, I shouldn't have said that before?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. A part of me did say that to myself. So for you to bring it up, I don't feel great.
All I'm saying is you've got to be aware of your powers as a commentator.
Yes, I know. I do.
If there's a mic in front of your face, I know that commentator is a long stretch.
It's a huge stretch.
It's a massive stretch. I get that. I understand that it's one of the great stretches of all time. But it is what it is. The microphone dictates that you are a commentator of sorts, and you've put the knocker on him, and now he's in the sheds.
Yeah. No, look, I'm prepared to accept. Well, I'm prepared to accept it. I thought it myself. God, that was a good catch from Joe.
Great. That's great keeping from Johnny Bairstow.
That was great keeping.
And but I would say this. I actually would say this. The least Johnny does, the better.
Yeah, Johnny's allowing other. It's basically Johnny's gone. If you see it, go for it. I'm not moving.
I think if I'm Brendan McCullum, I'm basically saying to Johnny and to the slip fieldsman, if you can go for it, it's your catch.
Yeah.
Right, Johnny, you just look after directly behind the stumps.
Johnny's not moving.
No.
Marnus looked like he was trying too hard. Like 9 off 87. Like he was trying too hard to get in. It was like you need to kind of. I get you want to. Maybe like take the shine off the nut. You want to again get in, but like 9 off 82 balls is insane.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. He spent too much time trying to get in and he got out, you know what I mean?
Oh, is that Clint Gutho with some back calf tat?
He's had that half filled in, Tom.
He's got the deuce shinnies. Clint Gutherson has 2 shin tats, for those of you listening.
He's got a calf tat as well that's half filled in.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not even finished.
No, I don't think it's finished, no.
There's actually nothing better than a tattoo that never gets filled in. It's like a building site that's been abandoned.
Shout out to Denton Kemp.
Shout out to Denton Kemp's arm.
Of seriously unfinished frame.
Yeah, no. Denton's got unfinished tattoos on his arms.
Arms or arm?
Arm. But he's got some tats, Kempy.
He's got like a back tat.
He's got a huge backy. And I think it's like his initials.
Has he got a cracky?
He doesn't have a cracky.
Saki? Got a Saki?
He's got a Saki, but, he doesn't like talking about the Saki.
What percentage of NRL players do you reckon have tats?
90.
90%?
That would just be my guess. That's my,
Off the dome? 90%.
Possibly more. Oh, try time.
Are we still on here, Tom? Do we believe in miracles?
Yes, I do. Who's that?
Luca Moretti, I think.
Luca Moretti.
Yeah. The Italian stallion.
Nice from Luca.
Crashes over under the posts. Mitchell
Good
Moses.
line. That's a good line.
Well, but Mitchell held the pass up beautifully.
It's a nice line. It's a beautiful line from Luca Moretti, the Italian stallion. Look at him, the kid.
Double pump, sort of, to Moretti, the Italian. Under the sticks.
Do you reckon he's of Moretti beer fame? Do you reckon he can trace his lines back?
Moretti beer, is that a red one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Italian.
It's not a bad beer,
It's
actually.
It's not a bad drop.
Not an ad either.
No, it's certainly not.
This is not an ad, but it is good. And,
like, how many Morettis would there be getting around?
well, it could be like the Smith of Italy. I don't know.
Luca Moretti did play 3 games for Italy at the World Cup last year.
Is he of the Morettis,
Is he related
though?
to the...
I haven't been able to find that. I will keep looking.
Thank you, Dave. That is why you're here. Has Stokes got a Maori tattoo? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's tribal. It's tribal in nature. I at least to the eye. I haven't had it examined.
I don't know if this is inappropriate to say, but Brendan McCullum's beard is too manicured. There's too much going on. He looks like a vampire from like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That may not make sense to a lot of people, but if you watch that in the early 2000s, you may get what I'm talking about.
Yeah, listen, there's no denying that Brendan McCullum is a turncoat. I mean, there's just no getting around it, There's no getting away from it.
No.
It's unfortunate.
It would be difficult to coach another country. I don't understand. Like, it'd be a tough one. I know it's a job, and obviously, like...
I get when
big bickies are big bickies, but,
Yes.
like, damn.
Listen, big bickies are big bickies, and as a slave to the corporate dollar, I certainly understand that. But when it comes to matters of the nation, Tom, my one love, my true love, the nation,
Yeah.
I would find it very difficult to be professional, to be buttoned up. Like, are you telling me that if you're Australian, you play for Australia, you love the nation, right? And Smudge crunches one through the covers to raise the bat for his 33rd ton, as if you were a part of you'd be pumped up. It just would be. There's just no way you couldn't be pumped
You'd have
if
to
you were
be.
coaching against Australia.
Yeah.
As an Australian.
You'd have to be a little bit pumped.
You'd hide it, obviously.
What do you
You'd be
reckon
professional.
McCullum's getting paid to be coach of England? Can you try to find that, Dave?
Can I like finger to the wind it?
Yeah, 500,
I was gonna say 800.
5 to 8. If it's less than that,
Maybe $1 million. Is that
that's
ridiculous?
crazy to be coach.
Is that too much?
I don't know.
Are we talking pounds, dollars?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So he's earning over a span of 4 years, estimated to be about £2 million.
Which is like 4 million Aussie. Over how many years?
4 years.
So it's $1 million a year. So he's on big bickies.
That's crazy.
They got to
dude.
travel a lot, dude. You'd have to get paid like a lot of money to be.
Does he do? Is he just test or is he one day? Because I think now that like the coach used to do all formats. I think they may be looking at changing that, aren't they? Oh, Freddie Lussick, one of the Lussicks, Joey Lussick.
That's gonna be dead.
Too big. Moses puts it dead.
Yeah, he's not the T20 coach.
Well,
Marnus looks filthy.
Or the ODI. So yeah, he's only the test coach.
Yeah, right. That's big. That's big Bicky.
huge bicky. God, you'd be frothing. You just would be. 36-16 Melbourne. They've taken the sting out of this, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have. And credit to them. Credit to Melbourne. I want them to drop out of the top four, but other than that, I don't really care.
We do have a friendly bet going with our producer, Dave, who you've been listening to intermittently.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten about that.
Well, I want to know what's the letter of the law here, because we'd agreed to what you would win. It was a financial sum.
Yep.
You never committed yourself on the losing side, so I don't know if the bet's live or not.
Well, I was never
Good
really
point.
given a concrete offer. It was going to be left up to the punters and dribblers or left up to you guys, but I was never approached at the negotiating table.
Yeah, I mean, we see every day at work. Oh, Munster! Wow.
God. It's really been
Wow.
about the throbbers.
Yeah,
tonight.
the throbbers.
Those three.
Those three.
Those three.
Munster, Grant, Hughes. This has been an absolute professional demolition job. 40 to 16 here. Look at this. Look at this from Munster. 30 out. Step. Dummy.
Oh, look at him.
Dude,
He's
he just
special.
bamboozled
He's
the defence
special.
there. That's a uniquely Munster way, like evasive.
Look at this.
Holding the ball
Look
out.
at that.
Dummy steps off the left.
Look
left
at this.
again.
Look at him just go. Boost.
Goosey
He stepped
off the
Gutho
right.
twice.
Oh, God, he's good.
He gets
he's
around Gutho twice.
He's so good.
That was hot.
It was hot, bro. Like, if that doesn't get you going, you don't like footy. Look at this. Look at this horny little threesome they've got. Grant, Hughes, Munster. It's just money for Jen.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's just too good. It infuriates me that bloke's a Queenslander. It really does. It annoys me. I can't hide how I feel, Tom. Look at this.
Eddie, I wouldn't want you to hide how you feel. I just want you to know that.
It annoys me. It just does. He just seems like a really top bloke as well.
Yeah, he seems like a good dude. I tell you what as well, you see him, I saw it, they were promoting, I think it was Garlo's Pies. Shout out to Garlo's Pies.
Best in the business, Tom.
But not an ad either, just shouting them out. But the Storm boys are doing an ad. I think it was Harry Grant, Bronson Garlic, Munster, and I'm going to say Coates, but I'm probably wrong, maybe Tui. But they all had six-packs except Cam Munster.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
He's just sloppy rigged. He's
He's an
like
everyman.
Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
100%.
Never jacked in any film ever.
Yeah. Never. He's an everyman. He's a man of the people. Most people don't have six-packs, and that's why Munster doesn't have one.
That's why you and I don't have them either.
Correct, because we're
We've chosen not to.
well, we're potentially choosing to have them this year, but that'll be up to us.
Yeah,
and whether we can be bothered.
It'll be up to us and God,
Yes.
who plays a big part in all of this.
Well, you don't get a six-pack without God, say so. I hope you know that.
No. Any six-pack on planet Earth goes through God.
Yeah, divine intervention always at work when it comes to the cultivating of a 6 or 8-pack. 42-16, we got this horribly wrong, Tom.
We did. This is a humping.
Are we shocked by that, though?
Well, we've said this for a while now, that the worse you're going, in rugby league tipping this year, it shows you know what you're talking about. Like,
The worse you're going, the better you're going.
if you're going well in rugby league tipping this year, you know nothing about rugby league.
Correct.
Christian Welsh remonstrating with Ashley Klein, absolutely fuming after he blatantly knocked it on. Again, Christian Welsh, friend of the show. Definitely didn't. Junior Paulo had his hands all over it. Eels on the attack here, Eddie. Anything could happen at 42-16. Anything.
Anything could happen here, buddy.
Ryan Madison.
Tell you what, my boyfriend Will Pensini, apologies, I do not know the correct pronunciation. I will endeavour to find out. Dave may be able to help me.
Oh,
I haven't
Gutho.
seen anything from him tonight, Tom.
I haven't seen him touch the football.
I literally haven't seen him touch the footy at all.
No.
Which has been disappointing. Not my night, buddy.
Not
my
anyone's night, really, except the Storms. It is the Storms' night, but usually. Dave, have the Storm won every single time we've done a stream and you've been here? And they've
No,
played?
the last stream we did was the first time we lost against Penrith.
Oh, that's
That
right.
was the only one we lost. But apart from that, they've all been wins, including probably at least 3 against Manly.
Oh, here we go, Pensini.
But I believe we were also streaming round 1 this year, Storm Eels, where Storm beat them in Golden Point.
Yeah, we did a couple there early on. The Eels had every game.
I don't remember that. That's not going to shock the listener. Kawaja, 37 off 132 seeds, punters and dribblers. He's just been Mr. Dependable.
Smith averages 91 at tests at the Oval.
From 5 matches, 8 innings, averages 91.5.
300s, 150.
God damn, he's good.
Straight to the fielder.
But it was nice.
It was a great shot. He got onto it.
The aesthetic of the shot was
gorgeous, dude. It was whip out the Vaso sort of stuff. It was a great looking shot.
What a player Smudge is. I can't get over the fact that he debuted as a fat offie. A fat leggy, rather.
No, that's true.
And now look at him.
Oh, here we go. No. Eels. No. Straight to ground. Okay. 8 minutes to go. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I thought
an
Smudge
errant
just
shot
edged it.
from Smudge
Goodness gracious me. Nathan, are you watching? Have you got your eyes on the cricket back there? I just saw your face on the screen look a little bit pained, and I was wondering if you saw Smudge almost edge it to Bairstow just then.
Yeah, I've been watching the cricket, lads. It's been a good little contest at the moment. How good's Mark Wood?
Yeah, Mark Wood's really good. He's really good.
Like he's got a lot of rugby league about him.
He does actually. If you hear him speak, he's like a larrikin.
And he's a thickie too. Have you ever seen him with his shirt off? He's huge.
Oh, is he?
Is he big?
Okay. Well, he was playing, did you hear when Stokes was in the interview, the press conference the other day, he was playing music and stuff the whole time. It was hilarious.
I heard him interviewed. He seems like a larrikin for sure. He pace, raw pace, genuine pace.
Well, he's got raw, unbridled, genuine rugby league pace, Tom.
Yeah, kid's quick. Roger Fabri'd get a stiffy over him. Over the pace.
Well, has been.
Well, yes.
I've got it on good authority.
Yeah.
Obviously, Roger Fabry, friend of the show.
Fabry.
Sorry, mate. Friend of the show, famed sprint coach. The sort of speed that Mark.
How's your surfing going, boys?
Beg your pardon?
How's your surfing going?
Mate, we haven't started yet. So, again, for anyone listening, we've worked out that you can basically hop onto the qualifying series of the World Surf Tour. Obviously, there's the top tier where your big boys surf and girls. Then there's the championship tour, which is like your second tier. Then the qualifying series, which we realised that you can basically just pay a nominal fee, sign up, and get nationally ranked, go and compete. So we got wetsuits, Billabong. Shout out to Billabong Australia, because they obviously got wind of us becoming professional surfers. They sent us some again, we aren't surfers, so we didn't know this, but the wetsuits they sent us are apparently hectic. We got those on. We got those the other day and wore them on the podcast. It's a weird feeling being in a wetsuit, because you are warm, but we haven't worn them in the water yet. We got surfboards that are being made as we speak. And then a professional surfer, Jacko Baker, shout out to him. He's from Newey, and he is currently on that second tier, trying to get pushed back up to the main tier. He's offered to coach us. So, mate, you'll be seeing us ripping and tearing very soon in the green room.
We've got our eyes on the Maroubra Open next year. It was around March. So, listen, our journey starts in earnest in, I would say, the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, these boards are coming very soon, at which point, you'll see a couple of swashbuckling, overweight gentlemen, just in the lineup.
And, just hacking away, hacking the lip, sort of fins out sort of stuff.
Yeah. Cutbacks. Laybacks.
Yeah.
Airs.
Barrels, airs, 360s, alley-oops.
We've but these boards are pink as well. We've got rosé. There's some nice. We're starting a surf gang.
Yeah. Big day board riders.
It's a surf gang, but we don't do anything. We're not violent. We're not a violent.
No, we spread love.
No.
And awareness.
And rosé.
Yeah.
Well, did you see those guys down south I think it made it on your little Facebook group.
Who was it?
No, down in the South Coast, there's people like F off locals. F off blow-ins.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of that, boys?
Well, no, we absolutely are. So, you're talking about like down in Illawarra, some like sign, some like they put a sign up on a beach as Will Warbrick goes over for the Storm to solidify this humping of the Eels.
I've always found though that when it comes to trying to like mediate a situation or calm down a pumped up surfer, just give him a couple of bottles of rosé and.
So that's how we're going to try and negate the sort of like you're not, this isn't your break. It's like we're going to come with rosé.
Yeah, like there's a case in the car for you.
Yeah.
Mate.
Don't fight me. Here's some big day rosé. What we also are going to do though is try and befriend. Like if we're going surfing, say at Maroubra, I'm going to try and like get Rennie Matua to come surfing with us. Right now, Rennie. I mean, I've met him maybe like once in my life. But
different,
close, personal friend. I think you go, okay, Rennie, you a bra boy of note. You can take us out.
We know a couple of bra boys.
We know a couple of bra boys, so we can go out there and do the strong handshake with them all. And well, actually, I don't know if you're allowed to do that culturally. Maybe you got to be a bra boy to do it. But listen, I don't know the rules of the ocean yet. You know what I mean? Like,
listen. We're learning. Know that.
Yeah.
And there may be a couple of hiccups along the way, like going in for the bra boy handshake with a bra boy when we're not bra boys. But
yeah,
I'm hoping that rosé will smooth things over. That's my hope.
Yeah. And for those again who are listening, Big Day Rosé. That's our rosé. That's not NAD, but you can consider it one, which will be on sale in a month's time. But so it's going well, Nathan. It's going well. And Eddie and I, neither of us really could say we've stood up on a wave as such.
I have.
But like it's white water. So
I have stood up on a wave, 100%. In Bali, half a foot, rolling waves out the back.
Exactly.
So that's not white water.
Yeah, but it is.
Well, I'm not going to lay it. I'm going to make it up.
But it basically.
We know you're calling me a liar.
No, I'm saying that like you're trying to mayo.
White water's white water, though, is it not? Yes.
Listen. I think we can
I'm incredibly gifted, Nathan, and that's that.
I believe you, mate. I believe you. Look, you got Jacko Baker in your corner, boys. I think you'll be sorted. Yeah.
Are you a surfer, Nathan?
A little bit, yeah.
You know what? I could actually, like, if I couldn't see your face and just heard your voice, I would have said you are a surfer.
See, I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
No, it's a good thing.
You think?
Yeah, it's a good thing. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Well, yeah. I surf a little bit, boys. I'm keen to see how this goes.
Thanks, mate. Do you want to go out and get a couple of waves with us?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, so you're a Northern Beaches man. So
what's your local break?
I live at Freshwater.
Okay, Freshie. We can do Freshie's a great beach.
It is.
Do you obviously North Narrabeen the best wave on the northern beaches, but I've been led to believe heavily policed.
Heavily policed up there.
But what's the
few world champions in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They rip the surf cam down. There's no surf cam for North Narrabeen because they just rip it down.
So, like, if we were to go to North Narrabeen, do we need to get like jumped into a gang? If we got to get like bashed, to be able to surf?
I think we'd need to take a lot of rosé to North Narrabeen. That's what I'm saying.
I think you boys will be sweet though, lads. Like, I think. When celebrities get in the water,
that's a very generous term for us. I don't think a lot of those surfers are going to know who the hell we are.
Maybe we'll take like a wet or like a speaker out there, just, like a demo.
Play the podcast. We might need to get surfboards with speakers built into them.
So just because people most people won't know who we are.
Yeah, 99% of the population. So we'll have to go out there with a speaker and maybe like a photo of us in a setting where it's like.
Yeah.
We also do a podcast. Like, do you still want to bash me?
What would there be anything more self-indulgent than getting speakers built into the board and playing the podcast in the way?
I don't think there's much more self-indulgent, but I'm also not ruling it out because I don't want to get jumped into a North Narrabeen surf gang.
I can promise you right now, we won't be starting there.
I'm not going.
Building up.
Yeah, we will. See, the place to do it is South Bondi, which is, just Bondi generally. It's filled with noobs.
Yeah, that's probably where we'll start. We'll work our way up to
Manly's like that as well.
Where? Manly?
Manly, yeah, like South Stain.
Yep.
Manly's very user-friendly.
Okay.
Freshwater's pretty user-friendly too, but yeah, North Narrabeen is...
What's Queensy like? Is that like a bit more...
Upmarket?
Yeah, Queensy's a bit more upmarket. Yeah, you'll need to bring your wallet for that one.
What about Dead Man's?
Dead Man's, mate, you can get out there straight away, I reckon.
Okay.
Wait for a really big swell, big storm.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Take the speakers out there, a little bit of rosé, and you guys will be set.
Well, that's also like, maybe we get a surfboard with a cooler on it, because we're going to probably need to pour rosé out there.
Maybe a microwave to warm some chicken up or something.
Well, it's like to bring some food, feed them.
Yeah, just calm them down a bit. Here you go, lads.
Yeah.
Please chicken roll.
Listen, like if I'm out there, right, with spring rolls, for example,
that's a nice touch.
Are people bashing you? If I'm like, mate,
don't hit me. Nah. This is my wave, but when I get back in, I've got springies and dipping sauce.
Hydration, I reckon, is the key as well, boys, because these people surf for hours.
Is. Yeah, it's the rosé, you know.
And then just to wash it down, like a couple of springies.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you guys have got it dialed.
Yeah, mate. The quickest way to anyone's heart, to anyone's heart,
yes, spring rolls
is spring rolls. But Jack, a friend of mine, Jack, and I have a theory, right? That no one's ever said no to a spring roll. No one's ever turned one down.
No, you'd have to be a freak.
Like if I offered you a spring roll with dip and sauce, no one would say no to that. No one.
Absolutely not. Listen, I certainly wouldn't. I had duck spring rolls last night.
I've never met anyone that's turned down a spring.
Full time in the rugby league, Parramatta absolutely humped into the earth by the Melbourne Storm down in Melbourne. The final score, not on screen, but it was like 46-16. 46-16.
Bad night to be a bet slip. Of mine.
Of ours. Which actually, Eddie, reminds me, what are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. They reminded me. No, bad night to be a bet slip. Bet slips were not successful tonight. Sorry, Eddie just farted right next to me. That was very inappropriate. As we're
I can tell you right now, it was Tom Birmingham.
We are trying
Thomas
to.
William
Edward
George.
Lloyd Simpson just farted on my leg.
And to try and offload that is absolutely
you're
disgraceful.
A disgrace,
You were raised wrong.
You're an absolute
You were raised
disgrace.
wrong, mate. You were raised wrong.
You're you know what? I'm sorry to everyone listening. Couple of minutes here, Eddie, left before we've got to say goodbye. And, you know, what better way to finish an award-winning stream than just to fart like that. Oh, Dave just showing us that Clint Gutson also looks a little bit like Ed Norton from American History X, which is a very hectic movie.
That was thanks to Scott Ellison in the Punters and Dribblers group.
There you go. It's not a bad comparison, though.
Not a bad comparison, no. But good to just to bow surfing, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm liking how accepted we've been by the community so far.
Yeah.
World Tour surfer Jacko Baker now in the Challenger Series, but in my humble estimation, will be back on the CT next year.
Yeah,
he's a dear friend. Nathan of Freshwater Local, he's a dear friend now.
Yeah, he's going to take us out.
We've got it on good.
Toby Rudolph
and basically all the Cronulla players are taking us out, Nico Hines included. So we're getting a crew together.
Well, the Big Day Board Riders gang.
Yes.
Friendly surf gang.
Well, it's not even a gang. It's like a community. It's a movement.
It's a gang though, because you got to be a gang.
It's a club.
Well, it's a gang. We're a gang, but we're just friendly gangs. I'm just saying, Eddie, like we're a nice gang that sells merch
and shreds.
We shred. And we sell gang-related merch.
And when we come out of the water, we eat spring rolls.
We eat spring rolls. Anyway, that's us, punters and dribblers. That's us. Shout out to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for listening on SEN, as always. Shout out for having us, SEN. Sure you might second-guess yourself, Hutchie, after you hear the spring rolls chat. Thanks to everyone for tuning in on YouTube as well. We will be back again. We've got a couple more of these this year. Until that time, though, Eddie, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.
It's been fun, Dave. Thank you for helping us out as well.
Great to be here. Thank you for another win.
The Storm, 46 over the Eels, 16. We'll see you later. See you, mate. Thanks, that. Mate, the music just went quiet. I was like 9:55, 45, but then it just went all quiet. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, Punters Dribbles, it's just us on YouTube now, but we're also going from here as well.
Love you all.
Shout out to the Storm, fucking us. Shout out to the Eels for fucking us. Both teams fucked us tonight, Ed.
Yeah. Let's hope England doesn't fuck us, buddy.
Quaja 43, Smith 12, 109, 2 for 2, 2 for 109 in the Australian version. Fuck Johnny Bairstow. He moved all right there. We're out. Go Manly. Go Ch